you a word of advice. Man, you got to watch what you say when you say it. Because this is what I'm saying. Because you don't know who speaks Spanish. Yo soy cubano, ¿me entiendes? Pero yo soy cubano. Y cuando habla la gente negra, te hablando de mí también. Okay, but I'm just saying, you need to watch what you say. Okay, I'm just letting you know though. When you talk about people, especially black people, man, watch what you're saying. I ain't recording you. I'm recording myself. I'm recording you now. So, you know what, that's what I'm saying. They be talking that shit Spanish, thinking people don't understand their ass. Yo soy cubano. Cuando hablando de mierda de negro, te hablando de mí también. So when you talk about black folks in Spanish, a bunch of them understand what the fuck you're saying. No, y'all talking that nigga shit Spanish. Yo soy cubano, yo entiendo. Cuando hablas esa mierda de negro, te hablando de mí también.
So you just saw that video there. OMG. Well, anyways, he came back and he said that he did not intend to get this lady or girl person fired. And I'm not quite sure if it's a Dollar General, but he came back and he said that they did reach out to him. They apologized. And basically what it was, he said he was standing in line with another Spanish lady waiting to be checked out. I guess the other Spanish lady, she was looking at a $5 sneaker or something to that effect. And the cashier said she had to hide them or put them a certain section because the black people, they'll come in and steal it. So that's what she was saying to the other lady, but in Spanish, not realizing that this man spoke Spanish. And he said the lady that was talking to her about the sneakers knew he spoke Spanish because he was on his phone talking in Spanish and English. And so when they get up to the cash register, and I think she wanted a white sneakers, but or a black sneakers, and the cashier lady told her, well, look at that section, because she had to hide it because the black people, they would come in and steal, something to that effect. If I find this follow-up video, I'll post it for you. But this is just to say you never know. You never know. And I think that's one of the reasons why you should always at least try to learn a second language. And living in the US, I would say that second language would be Spanish. So if there's any way you could learn Spanish, it would benefit you well, because yes, people do that. They do that. I work in a building where our what should I call her? Because I don't want to say, she cleans the baño, the bathroom, but that's what she does. So at certain times of the day, I would try to avoid going to the restroom at that time because I know she'll be cleaning. But there are days when you can't hold that in. You need to go pee. So I remember one day going there, and she had the big like garbage bin blocking the door so people know that she's in there cleaning. But I had no choice. As I said, I had to go in there. And I remember tapping on the side of the door to let her know I was in there. Now, she wasn't rude or anything, but she was speaking Spanish. And she was on the phone with someone. And just I won't say the tone, but just the way she was speaking, to me, it was like, oh my God, now I'm cleaning the bathroom and you want to come and interrupt my cleaning and, stuff like that. Now, I did not hear the word negra, or how they pronounce it, negra, which is black in Spanish. Isn't that something? Negro, negra. Anyways, yes, I was there. I don't understand Spanish. That's what I'm saying. Try to learn a second language, and because that's the second language in the US. No matter how much Trump is trying to throw them out or whatever, it's the second language in the US. And yeah, she was there talking and, smiling, and you don't know if smiling in your face or what, but you just go ahead and smile back because you have no idea what they're saying. So it's to say, just be careful, be cautious. You never know. Now, I'm Jamaican, and I chat patois. And I've been around other Jamaican, and so far nothing out of place. Like if you're in the store and someone is giving you a problem with defining this, finding that. No, I haven't heard any Jamaican say, "Well, watch that the Spanish gal or watch a white man him now they help me." I haven't heard that, but just to say because you're black and you're Spanish, assuming that black people don't speak Spanish. And then again, that goes to show you that the Spanish people, they have a problem with black people or black Spanish, because I'm sure that girl knows whatever country she's from, the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, you do have black people there with the color that man has. So for you to think that, ooh, I'm in America, we're not going to see black Spanish people who might speak the language come into this Dollar General, you're dumb. Sorry to say it, but you have no sense if you think that way. But yeah, she got caught, and I'm gonna see if I can find that video so you can hear him explain the story more of what led up to that. But yeah, just be careful who you speak around and how you treat people and talk about people. I don't know why the black race in general is so I don't want to use the word hated, hated, because I do not like to use that word. But that's what it seems like, no matter what other race or nationality. Just say to them black, and they're like, nope, can't take that home with you. You can't do that. I think every other race, if you're not sticking with your own kind and you have to venture out, make sure it's white, never black. That's how America and the world makes us feel as black people. And I love myself, but it's hard seeing social media all the time, or maybe it's what they put out there, but still, it just coming like in America and the world, because people around the world say it, when you're black, it's like avoid those people. Every other culture, Chinese, white, Indian, if you're gonna bring someone home, just bring any other ethnicity, any other race. Just don't bring a black person home. Anyways, gossipers, what are your thoughts on this? And let me see if I can find the video and then I'll post it. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, grow our little channel. Get us to 1,000 subscribers.
All right, it's me, Chico Dion, life on Volcanic here in Houston, Texas, and the surrounding areas. About the incident that happened the other day in Family Dollar. I will say that Family Dollar's head corporate people reached out to me this morning about the situation, and they told me that they would take care of the problem, rid the problem. And I was trying to tell them that I wasn't trying to get the little girl fired. That was not my intention to get her fired, and it's still not my intention to get her fired. My intention was to try to wake her up by having certain conversations, especially at work, by us folks. Like the woman told me, she said, black people ain't the only ones steal. White people steal, Mexicans steal. I said, yeah, man, because the stores on the corner, just in the Laurel Cop in Houston, is full of dope fiends, black, white, and Mexicans. So don't say black people the only one be doing the stealing. And what happened was I was in line, a Mexican lady was in front of me with a little girl buying some tennis shoes, like $4 or $5 tennis shoes. And she had some black ones. She asked the girl in Spanish, what about the white ones? And she told her in Spanish, she said the white ones are for boys. She said I opened them up and I had to put it behind the counter because the niggas be stealing them. The black folks be stealing them, put it like that. She said, los negros roban. She didn't say la gente roban. If she would have said la gente roban, that means the people stealing. Okay, but she said, los negros siempre están robándoles. The niggas, the black people be stealing them, you know what I'm saying? And so the Mexican lady in front of me, she knew I speak Spanish because she heard me talk with somebody on the telephone and had the phone on speaker. So she turns around and looked at me in my face. And then she turns around and she engaged in the conversation with her. Yeah, los negros siempre están robando la cosa. Oye, una tienda allá en que estos negros siempre roban la gente. She like, yeah, the niggas, they be robbing, stealing from the store. And I was like, I'm sitting up, I'm biting my tongue, holding myself back to keep from going off. So when the customer burnt off with her racist self, it's the video, you see in the video, I tell the little sister, I said, look, let me give you a word of advice. And you got to watch what you say and how you say it when you say it. And I guess she's snapping. Like, did he understand me? So when I told her, yo soy cubano, that means I'm Cuban, you know what I'm saying? Yo soy Latino, Afro-Latino, un criollo, you know what I'm saying? Afro-Latino, Creole, you know what I'm saying? Now she's snapping, oh, this dude understood what I'm saying. Instead of taking in what I was trying to tell her, she was trying to debate the issue to let me know why she said what she said. And like the people at home, like the corporate manager said, she shouldn't even have that conversation. Los negros siempre están robando. The black people, you know, if she just said like gente roba, you know, people be stealing, okay, but she significantly, she picked out and said, los negros siempre están robándoles, por eso yo puse atrás. The niggas, the black folks, they stealing, that's why I put the stuff in the back. And I'm just saying, my intention wasn't to get her fired, but like I said, you know, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say this to people, man, watch what you say, because you never know who understand you. Because we black, y'all must know your history. We was the navigators on the Spanish ships when they discovered the Americas, man. You know, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Colombia, Panama, it's a bunch of us everywhere. Criollos, Afro-Latinos, man. Louisiana, all over here, New York. I'm like, man, we black. And I won't give a damn. I'm going to say this in, especially to the Dominicans always talk about me no black. Man, you black. Dominican ain't a race, it's a nationality. And what they said, man, y'all stay blessed. Because that's what I'm going to do, stay blessed. Get back with you.